Hello once again, my chickadees. GameNChick is back again with another review. Before we get started, I wanted to give a big thank you to the kind folks over at Sony and PlayStation for providing me a review copy of the game to make this review possible. Thank you very much. So now you know the drill. On to adventure. Sackboy: A Big Adventure is a 3D platformer that is developed by Sumo Digital and published by SIE. Originally released on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, the good old friend of the yarn makes his triumphant return to the gaming world on the PC, or in my case, the Steam Deck. With the success of the previous entries into the franchise, with the mainline Little Big Planet titles, and the increased success of the mascot named Astrobot, which actually stole this little guy's thunder initially, even from me, Sackboy now aims to deliver that charm, creativity, and level of ideas that make the mainline series so dang good, and apply it to a 3D platformer. Not an easy task, mind you, but it's more achievable at the very least than getting us another Killzone at this point. Seriously, Sony, get with it, bucko! But back on topic. While it does lack some precision and depth in the main line, it still comes up rather strong in other aspects, mainly with having a running narrative story with consequences and a broadened world to learn about and engage with. Comparing it like I did earlier to Astrobot is sort of a disservice to the game overall, if I can correct myself. Because if we're talking 3D platformers, the next in line, as far as the gameplay goes, should be to compare it to titles like Super Mario 3D World. Well, mainly in design and environment structure. Examples of this are levels, while linear in their creation, are generally open paths with dioramas of the isometric design for jumping, grabbing items, collecting items such as clothing, racking up a total high score, and collecting orbs that you need in order to advance to new worlds. Because, yes, this is a collectathon of a sort. The story of Big Adventure is not one like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, no way. We're not after a bike. But instead, it's a basic cute story of Sackboy needing to save Craftworld from an evil being known as Vex, who wants to bring an end to Craftworld with his nightmares. For the most part, most stages in Sackboy are pretty easy to navigate, at least early on. But as you progress and end up having to use lights to create a pathway, dodge spikes and hazards, or grapple and swing your way to and from platforms, it gets way more challenging, especially when collecting cosmetic items, mainly Dream Orbs. These are your main collectible, with 2 or more being findable in every level, either out in the open or hidden behind a puzzle. These are needed to advance past the main world's boss fights, and can range anywhere from needing 30 Dream Orbs and up to 160 plus. Oof! Wish we could be like Daydreaming Davy and sleep away that grind. Good luck to the people getting that reference. On the surface, even though it's not a very hard platformer when comparing it to other things on the market, it doesn't stop it from standing out and being a fun time due to the depth it has to gameplay and overall platforming. With its Yoshi-like fluttering, the way the levels are layered out to implement mechanics like using honey to defy gravity and walk on walls, or using a beam gun for shooting to swing your way across a crevice, or bounce off enemies' heads after doing a slick rolling dodge. Really fun times. On paper, it's something rather basic, I know, but in practice, other than a few hiccups here and there from skewed camera perspective, the platforming remains smooth and overall refined. Not buttery smooth, but enough to harness your inner Sonic and say, "Ah yeah, this is happening." The creative also moves beyond just normal jumping and grabbing as well, as it transitions to herding other craft creatures into a little barn area to obtain some of the level's Dream Orbs, go from 3D standard platforming to side-scrolling action, and even top-down action as you progress through each world with levels having you ride a sea creature, or hop along moving conveyor belts while dodging horizontal green lasers and purple ball lasers, all while trying to keep your balance and not fall off. But what good would a good old platformer be without a decent amount of power-ups? I mean, heck, we just compared it to Pudgy Belly Mario for crying out loud. Well, I wasn't yanking your yarn. Wait, what?
What do you mean by that?
Because you do get some cool upgrades in specific levels, with items such as a boomerang used to hit enemies, or switches at a distance, hover boots that act like a gun to shoot with, as well as a secondary grapple hook, etc. All are used to uncover secrets behind walls or in hidden areas labeled with a question mark that houses a minigame for Dream Orbs, and the list goes on. The best part? All these levels you take part in are all available in co-op. Yes, that is indeed correct. I'm not pulling the wool over your eyes. We have co-op, people. Including co-op themed levels that can only be done with co-op. But do you guys remember my other reviews? Oh yeah, I'm forever alone. I don't have someone to play with right here and in the now, so I wasn't able to check these out. Major bummer. I know, I suck. Might as well de-thread my stitches now. But don't get discouraged if you're a hermit crab loner like me, because to make up for the lack of being able to do co-op, you have time trials that you can do in order to earn extra dream orbs. These are known as mid-night trials that have you use speed in order to beat the clock, and the higher your score, the more dream orbs you can obtain. Very simple. Other than the imaginative level design that makes you feel like a kid in arts and crafts, the music implemented into the levels is pretty top-notch as well, with some levels being musically themed around beats and melodies with songs like Everybody by Junior Senior that just makes me think of the dang trailer for Knack, or a really good remix of Britney Spears' Toxic that brought out the youngling in me and made it hard for me to resist the urge to not sing along, which I did, of course. I mean, come on, duh! I still know that jam by heart. In regards to said music, besides being upbeat and inviting, it does play a key role in levels as well, with beats of music dictating a direction a platform will move, or how a platform stomps or an enemy chomps. There's seriously no end to the amount of content presented to you at any given time, and it's honestly pretty astounding. It makes you think why Sony and Zuma Digital didn't get this idea out a long time ago during the height of the Sackboy's popularity during the PlayStation 3 days. But, better late than never, I suppose. At the end of the day, with the creative level design, bombastic music that keeps you tapping your toes, 5 different and varied worlds to explore, engaging in silly boss fights that have you running on conveyors, dodging spikes from the ground, while being pulled towards your death as you race to grab a bomb to throw in your enemy's face, side mission time trials that offer new ways to obtain dream orbs if the main game is becoming a little too tedious for you with its levels and down to its large abundance of cosmetic collectibles, makes a big adventure a real big treat to play. Sure, it's far from perfect, with sometimes the jumping feeling a little bit imperfect at times with its accuracy or its freezing and locking up during boss fights and knitted night trials on the Steam Deck, but not on the regular PC. But with the sheer amount of fun it gives you in its 8-hour gameplay, at a basic level even, makes up for any shortcomings that could be an overall detriment to it otherwise. Verdict. So with all that having been said, my verdict is clear. GameNChick says buy now! Are you freaking kidding me?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching! I really hope you enjoyed that review, and I look forward to bringing more to you in the coming future. For new people, feel free to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like or share, and for people already subscribed, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you do not miss out on any future content uploaded. Also, feel free to click on my other reviews linked above because they're kinda cool too, so give them a look! Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch all you chickadees on the next one. Quack!